Hey folks, just thought I'd share another cigarette with you and relay to you I guess a horror story about law enforcement. Especially with me, my perception of law enforcement and what they do, and as far as what their job entails, is I have pretty strong feelings about that. So you might take it as a little bit of bias, but let me just relay to you a story about what happened to me last week. Actually, it happened to a family member of mine, my younger brother. I was at my parents' house, basically just having dinner and visiting my brother, basically, shooting the shit, whatnot. And about 8 o'clock that night, there were some policemen that came to my parents' house, knocking on the door. And long story short, they were basically looking for my brother over a bench warrant that was issued against him. Now, I don't know if people are familiar with that, but when you get a bench warrant issued on you, basically, you're going to jail, regardless of what, the charges are. When a judge signs off a warrant, you basically have to go to jail to serve the time for whatever that is. So, basically, my brother was plucked from private property, his own house, basically, at 8 o'clock at night, over a bench warrant involving a traffic violation, okay? And without going into specifics, basically, the actual charge against my brother was basically because he didn't complete traffic school, okay? Now, I don't know where the, the parallel is with, being really enforcing about this stuff, but, to me that's just a load of crock of shit, basically. I mean, I don't see why you would send policemen or law enforcement to somebody's private property, over a bench warrant that was signed for something that minor, you know what I mean? And suffice it to say, my brother didn't spend too much time in jail, but when you boil it all down, it's basically just a waste of time and taxpayers' money. And it's stuff like this that just really it just really enforces the perception that I have of law enforcement. Now, I don't hate cops, like, as far as like what they do. It's their job, and they have a badge and a gun. So basically, you can't dispute that, But to go into somebody's private property and take somebody to jail over stuff like that, to me seems a little bit over much, and it just it really just makes me wonder what the type of attitude is, towards law-abiding citizens. With all the other stuff that's going on out there, you would figure that they wouldn't have to act this way or respond this way to something so insignificant as a traffic violation. It just another thing that just bugged me. It really just it makes me contemplate what what the judge's intention was about signing off on a warrant. According to the police, the warrant was signed off at 6 p.m. In the evening. Again, over something as insignificant as not not completing traffic school. Okay. And among other things, my brother was also handcuffed, out in the street, in front of the neighbors and everything, and there were actually 2 police cars that were outside of the house, I guess for backup in case he decided to run, which kind of boggles my mind, because why would my brother run over something that insignificant? But again, for the average citizen that tries to abide by the law, incidents like this really just make you that much more wary of what law enforcement's intention is, and whether or not this is just a revenue stream, or a lot of maybe it's just bleed over from their overzealousness regarding the Patriot Act and all the things that that act did to take away civil rights, or just basically just rights that that citizens are entitled to. I don't know if anyone's had any similar experiences, but the type of things like that happen, really just make you have a real good preconceived notion about, just what what law enforcement does, to people. So, just food for thought. I would probably have ranted a little bit angrier about this, but you know, I guess being an adversary, I kind of take it more in a subtle approach. So um, I'd like to hear from anybody that might have had similar experiences. It's just something that happens on a day-to-day basis, and I don't like to believe that the average citizen that doesn't speak out against these things falls through the cracks and stuff. And I'm glad that in this day and age of technology that you're able to at least have a forum to speak your mind about it, and just relay things that happen to you as a normal, middle-class citizen. So yeah, food for thought, and hope hope I can hear from other people.